Most of us navigate daily life without a deliberate focus, allowing our thoughts to drift wherever the currents of distraction take them. Left to its own devices, this drifting mind fills with psychological weeds and mental noise that crowd out productive focus. This drift is the result of a biological divide, the structural friction between the conscious and the subconscious mind. Looking at this diagram, you can see the scale of the power imbalance. That tiny node represents the logical, conscious mind, the part of you that sets goals. It is completely dwarfed by the vast, invisible machinery at the subconscious, which governs your physiological responses and deep-seated habits. Friction occurs because these two systems do not speak the same language. You can logically decide to pursue success, but those data packets are often rejected by the network because the subconscious has no mechanism to process logic. Chronic failure is the direct result of this translation error. Logical intent simply fails to reach the brain's execution engine. Bridging this neural divide requires a specific protocol, beginning with the definition of exact coordinates for the subconscious to track. Vague commands like "I want to be successful" lack structure. These signals enter the brain and dissipate entirely. However, transforming a goal into a precise, time-bound blueprint, like hitting a specific metric by a certain date, makes the brain process that information as a direct instruction. This level of specificity eliminates ambiguity, providing the subconscious with a definitive task. Setting ultra-specific goals changes the mind's operational state from a drifting vessel to a guided system with locked-in destination coordinates. Even with a blueprint, the subconscious still requires a catalyst to begin execution. We have to use the language the machine actually understands. While the conscious mind frowns on reason, the subconscious is exclusively responsive to emotion. To program a goal, visualize the end result and force your body to physically feel the triumph or relief as a present reality. This intense emotional spike acts as a compiler, converting your logical plans into the visceral data your subconscious uses to prioritize action. Without this emotional charge, a goal remains a logical fantasy, something the brain's deeper systems see no reason to pursue. Once the goal is emotionally encoded, a backup plan creates neural conflict. It makes failure a safe alternative, diluting the urgency of the objective. This is why Hernan Cortés burned his ships upon reaching a new shore. By destroying the means of retreat, he ensured the only path forward was the primary objective. The modern equivalent is the public commitment and the deliberate removal of safety nets that allow for a plan B. Maintaining a fallback option signals to your subconscious that the goal isn't a biological necessity, allowing logical doubt to interfere with execution. Cutting off all retreat forces the subconscious to treat the objective as a requirement for survival, bypassing hesitation and driving straight toward the target. The final requirement for this shift is the factor of time and the consistency of the signal you are broadcasting to your internal systems. Translating a goal once is insufficient to rewrite long-standing habits. It requires a cycle of daily repetition to replace old neural pathways with new ones. Repeating this combination of specific thought and intense emotion automates your internal drive. Over time, the subconscious takes over the heavy lifting, turning deliberate effort into automatic behavior. You are the designer of your own mental programming, and your subconscious is an execution machine that will construct whatever outcomes match the blueprints you consistently feed it. Stop relying on logic alone. Define your exact coordinates, encode them with emotion, eliminate the safety nets, and allow the subconscious to drive the execution.